I got the tuning done, and the bridge did come up a tiny little bit in the back, so that's pretty good. I can put some kind of a little stopper underneath there. I've got the Action really Wonder Bar, which you can't see in that light, but really pretty good there. As I got the tension up on the neck, the truss rod seems to have come in. Of course, I haven't checked down the frets yet to see if there's any buzzing. Could be a little bit there. I haven't adjusted any of the saddles. But most of the strings are, I think, pretty close. So that one's already at 4. That's under 4. Under 4. Actually, yeah. That's 4. Under 4, under 4. 3.5. 1, 2, 3. Almost a 4. And 1, 2, 3. Almost a 4. Let's call those two a 4. So there'll be some saddle adjustment, I think. Saddles are not sitting exactly flat bottomed. There seems to be a tendency for some people to want to adjust the saddles, to reflect the radius with the set screws. Only the strings should reflect the radius, not the adjustment of the saddles from side to side. The intonations are off slightly, one way or the other. And the two biggest things I found when I was trying to adjust the pickups is that the tags or the tabs on each side of the pickups in the hole, on the upper sides, they've installed them too far this way with no gap on this side, and it doesn't adjust well because the tab is scraping the inside wall. I had that on a guitar once before. Both pickups are doing that. And then the other thing that happened is that I plugged it in to do the tuning, got it in okay, and then when I tried to pull it out, I'm going, what the hell's that? And I couldn't get it out. It came out halfway or a partial way, and then I'm pulling on it, and I'm going, what the hell is holding that? I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to take a look in there to see, because as I tried to pull it out, jumping Christopher, I am having quite a fight with it. Oh, whew. Gonna have to unscrew that and see what the hell's going on in there. This might be one of those ones that has more than one. What do you call those? Tangs, tabs, contact pressure points. And it's obviously hanging up on something for some reason. All right, I've got that as close as I can get it. I noticed also when I was setting this up to pitch that the fretboard down here is more like a Fender, where the radius is smaller at the front end down there, and it gets flatter down here towards the back. And I noticed that as soon as I put my hand on the fretboard, because making a chord, I could feel it right away, the radius. Well, I could see it first, and then I could feel it. I guess we can see what kind of sound it makes now. Musi. Starry nights. Whew. Okay, so we found a couple of things on the bench. As I brought it over here and plugged it in, the plugs are getting a little bit better. I found we have some push-pull switches on the knobs here. Tone, volume for 2 of them, tone for 2 of them, split the bridge, split the neck. 9.0 on this bridge, 8.25 on the neck. And I'm finding that with just my normal reverb and delay, the output on this is similar to the output from my ST70 Paisley, where the pickups don't measure really hot but sound really hot, like this. And that is the bridge. Hard to see with all the black, huh? Black on black. Maybe a chrome tip here would have gone nice with the chrome there, so you could actually see this more easily. I might think about that. Yes, so the pickup is a keeper for sure. Now, I checked when I did the measurements for the pickups that when you pull it, there's no compensation. They absolutely do split it exactly in half. Let's go to the neck, full. Maybe if it's lowered a tiny little bit, it'll lose some of the boominess. Or maybe when I have the ability to adjust it better, I'm going to have to take the screws out of there and I'll likely do a little bit of filing around the edge of the tabs on both of these sides, so as not to have to go in there and damage the inside wall. I think that would be the safest thing to do. Splitting the neck, split, it's sounding pretty good. Now, when you go to the middle, it drops the 9 and the 8 to 4 something. When you pull them both up, they go down to 2.16, and with just this one up and that one down, it's still 2.36, so they're pretty close in the 2 range. And when they're both up in the middle, I'm having trouble with the curvature of this board. I'm accustomed to flatter radiuses lately. something with these pots. The shaft is not exactly straight as you pivot it. So I noticed that the knob was wobbling, but it's not the knob itself. It's actually the shaft. We'll have to see what can be done. And I noticed that the tone I think these pots are A's. Both A's, because it's more logarithmic. Not a lot happens at the bottom end when you're bringing it up. And then you get most of the boom right at the end. And that's what's happening with the tone pot as well. As you turn it down, not a lot happens. And then the last, 3/4 of a turn. Yeah, 3/4 of a turn. It only turns 3/4. Let's say the last 1/8 of a turn, 3/16 of a turn, is when all of the capacitor comes in. So it looks like I do have something to work on. Seems it's either a 22 or a 33. Pretty nice. The neck feels good. It's a little thinner down here. Feels a little thicker up here. As it starts to flatten out, it feels a little chunkier. But the walnut looks like walnut. Roasted maple satin is got a really nice feel to it besides the looks. So it looks like I'm going to have a little bit of something to do with the pots, a little bit of something to do with the tabs on the pickups. I'm definitely going to want to, let's see. I'm going to want to put a little bumper underneath there so it doesn't do anything bad with the top. I don't think I really have to do anything in there at the moment. I have to measure the gauge of these strings. This feels like a 10. I'm going to go with 9/42s, of course. The strings on here are not rusted. They do have a dark look to them. They're not, like bright silver like the Darios are. They have a darker nickel look to them. The strings sound pretty good though. Not as bad as traditionally poor factory Chinese strings. Alright, so I'm happy with the purchase. Look at this finish up close, and ooh, after a while you get, whoa. It's a trip without taking any drugs. Alright, thanks for all your support, and I'll catch you in the next one.